Coach, 10-6 right before halftime, you throw that Hail Mary. How much did that 99-yard return for a touchdown change the complexity of the whole game?
Obviously, going into the locker room felt good about the momentum we had gathered. Took our shot off the interception to try to get one more. Just a very unfortunate play at the end of the half, and when we felt like we had captured momentum, cut it to a 4-point game, and gave it right back to them. And obviously it took away the momentum that we had built.
Robert, what did you see out of Boyle today? I know you're looking for a spark.
I thought he stayed in there, kept battling. But I'll get to the tape and just take a look at all of it to make sure I'm making a smart answer. I'll make sure I have a better answer for you guys tomorrow. But thought he battled. I thought he did some good things, some things that he needs to be better at, obviously.
Coach, can you just expand on why Allen was already playing?
Allen was down. Obviously, my decision. There's things that we all need to get better at, including him. He's going to be here for a long time, for the next year and a half. He's going to be a part of this, and just wanted to make sure, one, I wanted to give some of the younger guys an opportunity to play, and two, he's, it's kind of a challenge to see if he can recapture the edge and who he is and the person that we have a lot of faith in. He's a good football player. I do believe that, but for Allen, he'll be back sooner rather than later.
So when you say recapture the edge, do you feel like he lost the edge?
No, it's just edge is probably the wrong word. I'm sorry. He hasn't been playing up to. I'll speak for him. I don't think he's played up to his standard, and I think he's just. Everyone's kind of pressing on that side of the ball to try to make something happen, and there's just obviously parts of his game that need to get better.
Robert, you've changed quarterback, you've put the young guys in, you've taken some vets out. Offense still isn't really working. I mean, are you almost at a loss for how to turn this around?
We'll keep digging. We got to keep digging. We got to keep preparing. We got to keep coaching. Got to keep playing. We just got to keep trying to find ways to move the ball and score.
Will you be considering changing play callers at all? Again, after a game like this, you kind of got it.
No. There's no consideration there.
You talked about the self-inflicted wounds throughout the season. Just how much does it hurt that these continue to come up throughout games?
Can you give me one of them?
Penalties. Obviously the Michael Clemens play and.
I'd say the most disappointing one was probably the one in the beginning of the game. Didn't need to happen, but it's the one that with CJ. His hand is glancing. It's a glancing blow on the helmet. Shouldn't have been called. The scrum on the field goal with Michael. I think it was an inadvertent. He's pointing and accidentally hit the referee, but it's still a foul. And then obviously there's going to be mistakes in the game, but we'll continue to try to find ways to work to clean those up.
Robert, obviously with Boyle, starting and not having a lot of experience, you have to rely on your defense. They could not get off the field on third downs. What was going on there? What did you see?
They did a really nice job creating 3rd and 5 or less, putting themselves in manageable situations, and whether it was man, winning those one-on-one battles, or zone, finding the soft spots and getting rid of the ball. Thought they had a good plan and they executed really well.
Robert, are you simply outmanned right now on the offensive side of the ball?
We're young on that side, and I know they're fighting. They're working their tails off. Coaches are trying to figure out how to put them in the best position possible. They're practicing. They're working. They're deliberate, and so they're everyone's doing their best.
Simeon has more starting experience. Would you consider him this week?
I'm not there yet.
I know the season hasn't gone the way that you wanted to in 4-7. Are you worried about your job security? And if not, why is that the case?
No, I'm not. I'm not worried about it.
Robert, just was Mekhi ever close? And can you just tell us the Dwayne situation? Obviously, he's activated but didn't play today.
Hopefully, we get Mekhi back next week. And then as for Dwayne, activated him. Try to give him one more week to get his mind right, and probably could have played today, but it was a little bit late in the week when we all felt comfortable where we were with him, and had him dressed obviously for an emergency only, and we'll see if we can get him back into the fold next week.
On the Hail Mary, it's such a crazy play, bizarre play. What do you even mention it to the team at halftime because it was such a momentum changer? How do you address that, or like how do you process a game changer?
Always put it on me because I made the decision to go ahead and take a shot at the end zone, and just let the team know, just put it to bed, put that on me. Let's go try to one play at a time, try to work our way back in, and that was pretty much the message.
Were any of the offensive coaches suggesting just taking the knee there?
No.
Given the lack of production on offense, why are you not considering changing play callers?
That'd be a really long answer, an answer for another day, I guess. But when you look at it all, and again, it's a little bit of everything. Whether the calls could be better, whether the execution can be better, whether our one-on-one battles can be better. It's taking advantage of the situations we have. When we get them, do I think play caller will fix that? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that.
Robert, the defense has played at such a high level this year, but the last 2 weeks it looks like maybe they're wearing down. Do you see that at all? 75 snaps last week. Today, the time of possession was really out of whack until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, disappointed the way we finished in the fourth right there, and I know guys are selling out, trying to get the ball and all that stuff, and especially on that last touchdown run. But they're battling. Took the ball away 3 times today. Scored on defense. Gave us a chance there at halftime to cut it to 1 score, and obviously we were able to hold them to a couple of field goals. It's a high octane offense, and so it felt good about the way the defense played. Obviously, I just did not like the way we finished.
Tim, could you replay, as painful as it may be, the Hail Mary?
Yeah, I mean, we're coming off pick 6 and then another interception by DJ. I mean, momentum's our way, and we had, I think, 1 second left, and wanted to see if we can get in the end zone. They did a good job of keeping the rush. I tried to get out of the pocket to the right, and by the time I got it up, I didn't feel like I got enough on it, but just trying to give our guys a chance, and number 8 made a really good play. And I've never really seen or been a part of anything like that, but it's a good learning experience. I mean, it's you have to have a cover plan for just in case interceptions happen like that. But it was frustrating, but yeah, that's what I saw. I mean, I tried to give our guys a chance, and I think it fell a little short, but
You're the last line of defense there, so you see this whole thing unfolding. I mean, what are you thinking as you see this guy coming at you?
Yeah, it's one of those rare situations. Like you throw an interception, you see guys running, you try to kind of turn into the safety. And he got through everyone. It was me and him, and he made a good little move. He cut, back in field and came back and stumbled me a little bit. And unfortunate, I couldn't keep my feet and get him down. But it's one of those things where, interception, most of the time you see an interception, you start turning and run backwards. And, extremely unfortunate for us.
How would you go ahead? Just how would you assess the start today and what was not going right? You had all high hopes going into today.
Yeah, I think Hackett called a good game. I think we shot ourselves in the foot too many times. I think a couple false starts put us behind the sticks. A couple things that I missed. I missed that ball to Ruck. I think my first incompletion there to Ruck right over his head. I think that would have been a huge gain. I missed a couple run alert things. But I feel like I was seeing it well. They played a pretty good scheme on defense. Coach Fangio does a good job of mixing stuff up, but I think we kind of caught rhythm a little bit in that fourth quarter when we went no huddle, and they kind of simplified some of their stuff, and I was able to see it and get the ball out. But for the most part, I felt like I saw it well, and I got the ball out of my hands. I tried not to take sacks, but it's part of the game.
They did get you 7 times, I think. And I know you said one of your strengths is getting it out quick. What was going on there with the 7 sacks?
Yeah, it's just coverage issues. That's at some point I have to assess the fact that I can't put the ball in harm's way, and I'd rather, there's a point in time where you just got to eat the ball and get down, and yeah, that's the short answer to that one.
Obviously, we saw with Zach the line having some protection trouble again tonight. Did you feel like you have a chance on those plays?
Yeah, I think they did a good job. I think on a short week with a new left tackle and Xavier coming back at right guard, I think we did a good job. Communication was on point. I think they battled, all 4 quarters. I love those guys. I think all 5 played really well. Tip's doing a really good job, as a rookie, playing center, making all the calls. So I'm extremely impressed with him. And Lake's been a strong, presence at left guard. So, and Max, always battles. You know what you're going to get from Max. So I'm pleased with those guys, and I'm proud to be their quarterback tonight.
I assume you'd like another shot, next weekend. But do you feel like, given that chance, with this game under your belt with this group, that it can be better or will be better?
Yeah, I have no clue what happens moving forward, but I can control what I can control, and I know we're going to go back. And Coach said it, best at the end of the game in the locker rooms. We have to get our minds right to have the best 6 weeks of our life moving forward. We have 6 more games. We're going to put our best foot forward. We're going to try to win all 6, and we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep fighting on offense.
Obviously, you know Aaron well. How was it helpful to you having him there?
Yeah. Aaron's a peaceful, calming presence for me. He does a good job of painting a good picture for a quarterback. My first time, in preseason playing, and he was on the sideline in street clothes. He was able to kind of communicate some stuff to me. So, kind of felt the same way. From him tonight. He came on the field a few times and told me a few things that he was thinking about. But Aaron, obviously, a close friend, and grateful for him, and glad that he was on the sideline tonight helping me out.
Tim, what did you learn today? You got a chance to get out there and play. What did you learn that you could take in the next week and do better, and we could show more offense?
Yeah, I think what I learned tonight, I think that our intermediate passing game, especially in that second half, got going a little bit. I think we can continue to build on that. But, I think we can lean on, the guys who've been making plays for us, Conk, Brees, 17. I think we have to go and scheme those guys up. I think those are our playmakers, and I have to do a better job getting the ball out on time. And I think, obviously, not all 7 of those are on the offensive line, and I think the majority of them are on me. But like I said earlier, it's the assessment of, putting the ball in harm's way or, taking a sack. So we're going to continue to build. I think Coach Hackett's going to, continue to fight. Coach Downey's going to continue to fight. We love all those guys, and, on next week.